What's unique about the batch model is over the 8 weeks at which the suits are being manufactured, we take our consumers on a experiential journey, we call it, where they get to see how their suit is made, who's making it, behind the scenes videos of seamstresses working in our brilliant factory. We want to be as transparent as possible and give the consumer a really fantastic journey, like unparalleled customer experience where you get real insight into the product. Consequently, when it arrives with you, you care about it much more and you're going to look after it and you're going to value your clothes more. So people don't know how clothes are made. We just buy them, but there's no reason why people can't learn. So that's what we're trying to do.
We're in West London meeting up with Julian Osborne, co-founder of made-to-order sustainable brand Batch. The brand proving that dressing sustainably can be simple, stylish and look so smart. Batch are on a mission to manufacture only what is necessary, eliminating waste from the equation by selling limited capacity batches and producing exactly what has been sold. I'm looking forward to finding out about their made-to-order model, which founders Julian and Sam seem to have mastered with Batch 1 selling out. And I'm sure we can expect the same for future drops.
So where did the idea actually come from?
The idea was my friend Sam. We're university friends. Sam is the co-founder of Batch along with me. He approached me with an issue that he had, that he couldn't find a casual suit. And then we started talking about it, realised that the suit is actually flawed. It can only be worn for certain occasions with certain clothes. So perhaps there's an opportunity to create a really versatile outfit that you can wear with any clothes and to any occasion. So that was like the premise. Then we started realising actually post-COVID, the need for a suit in the workplace is gone. So there's a big opportunity there to service people that have a hybrid working environment. They're in and out of the office. They still need to look smart, but they also don't need to look as smart as they once traditionally did. There's a big opportunity there. And then, we started working out, well, how can we be sustainable as a brand? There are a lot of ways in which a brand can be sustainable. Of course there is. So we were like, let's focus our attention on one big problem, which for us was fashion waste, overconsumption, our toxic culture of, over consuming clothes. So looked into that, realised there's a huge waste issue. It's the most addressable issue because it's about changing culture, which we believe we can do with Batch.
So you're obviously one of two co-founders. Mm-hmm. How did you kind of meet?
Sam and I have been friends for a long time. We both went to Newcastle Uni. We both have significant startup experience. So between us, we've got a nice balance of skill sets, background, personalities. We don't clash. Yeah, we're exactly even on it. Work rate, investment, time, energy, commitment. So we've both got a really brilliant friendship circle and they're all very supportive and they're a big part of how we've managed to get to Batch 2, basically.
And talk us through the kind of Batch drops.
We looked at how we could be sustainable. How can we tackle fashion waste? It's essentially, the way to do that is only producing exactly what has been ordered. So you're not guessing the demand. You're not hoping people are going to buy these clothes. People have actually bought the clothes and then we produce them. We did our first batch back in May, 200 suits between the Pacific blue and the sand for men and women. They sold through in a week. So that's the theory behind it. So it's a made-to-order model, simply, but we've coined it as our batch model. So what's unique about the batch model is over the 8 weeks at which the suits are being manufactured, we take our consumers on a experiential journey, we call it, where they get to see how their suit is made, who's making it, behind the scenes videos of seamstresses working in our brilliant factory. We want to be as transparent as possible and give the consumer a really fantastic journey, like unparalleled customer experience where you get real insight into the product. Consequently, when it arrives with you, you care about it much more and you're going to look after it and you're going to value your clothes more. So people don't know how clothes are made. We just buy them, But there's no reason why people can't learn. So that's what we're trying to do.
Kind of talk us through how you actually went about sourcing, who makes the clothes, the fabrics, everything like that.
Sam and I aren't fashion designers. We've just got a shared interest in fashion. We want to run our own business. Portugal is renowned for its rich textile history. They have beautiful, fantastic, like family factories that have, lots of really skilled workers in, that know how to make outerwear, jackets, trousers, tailoring. That's their, go-to production run. So we were like, right, let's produce in Portugal. It's also quite sexy. So people were like, right, okay, Portugal, nice. So yeah, and then we source our cotton from Italy. We spent months with thousands of different cotton samples trying to find something that was befitting of our vision, which was this super comfortable suit. So, which is quite an interesting point. So obviously when you produce a garment, you ideally want to be organic cotton. There are lots of ways to be sustainable. At the moment, we're putting all of our eggs into the basket of tackling waste. So we compromised on the cotton. It's 98% cotton, 2% elastane from a fantastic Italian mill called Sondrio Tessuti in Italy. They've got fantastic sustainable credentials. So it's sustainable as we can be at this moment in time in batch. But importantly, the 2% elastane means that it has a lot of give. You're not going to tear it. It's going to last a lot longer. So as a consequence, the garment is going to last longer than a suit that might tear in the back, trousers that might tear in the crotch. And then it's appropriate for being out and about. It's comfortable to be in. One of our customers called it the smart tracksuit the other day, which cracked me up because it is like being in trackies. It's very comfortable in comparison to the traditional suit.
Do you have any advice for someone who literally is at the very start and just considering trying to be more sustainable?
Go out and just discuss it with your friends and, try and have a conversation about it, because it's very easy to ignore. It's not very easy to just suddenly say you're sustainable or constantly making sustainable choices. Even like a year and a half into batch now, I'm still constantly learning about new technologies, meeting people that have started really innovative sustainable fashion brands. We're just babies at the moment, just learning, and we want to be in front of people. We want to be having this tackling waste conversation with people. We want people to have the opportunity to see and try our batch 2 samples on. So when the suits do go on sale on March the 1st, we've spoken to them, they've met Sam and I, they've heard what we're about, they've heard our big why, they've heard about the versatility of the suit, they've heard about this community they can join if they buy one. I think personally, if I'm honest with myself, I didn't shop sustainable, or didn't have as much of a sustainable conscience pre-batch as I do now. The more you dig into it and the more you speak about it and the more you involve yourself within a network of people that are trying to enact change in an industry that really needs it, you realise it is a big problem. In what we're doing at Batch, trying to have regular, interesting conversations around the wider subject, will have proper change on people. When
someone actually puts a batch suit on, how do you kind of hope that they feel in it?
It's funny, our batch customers, a lot of them, obviously, for batch 1, like when you start any fashion brand, your family and friends are going to be your first customers. And they bought the suit because they love Sam and I. But they all love their suits. They wear them all the time. Yeah, I think you just want to feel great. You want to feel comfortable. You want to feel empowered. I think the traditional suit is suppressing. So these are like staple colours that you can wear to everything: a petrol, a forest green, and then a baby pink, which is a bit more of a statement piece. Yeah. So this is petrol, batch 2's new colour, forest green, batch 2's new colour, and then these are just 2 from batch 1, which is the Pacific blue and the sand. Actually, naming the suits is surprisingly one of the most fun parts of the business. A lot of our original thinking when we started creating the brand and ideating was that this suit takes you from day to night. It's appropriate for the whole work day, but it's also appropriate for hanging out in the pub, going out on a night out. You can wear it with a t-shirt. We wanted to create something that was appropriate for every occasion. And that's what the suits pivots around, this idea of versatility, whether it's the versatile nature of where it can be worn, but also how it can be worn.
So I've noticed on the trouser, we have this kind of adjustable waistband.
Returns are a nightmare, super unsustainable, clothes getting returned all the time. So we wanted to add an adjustable waist buckle so you can go tighter or looser. Also, our body shapes constantly change. They change throughout one day, whether you're hungry or not. So the opportunity to be able to be flexible from the waist is important. So yeah, not something that you would traditionally see on a suit, but suits redefined. We're changing the game. On the inside of the suit jacket, we've got the dictionary definition of what Batch London is. So if you'll just humour me for one moment. Noun: a collection of redefined suits, manufacturing using the highest quality materials, made to order. Verb: to galvanise a community of forward-thinking people with a passion to both look good and live more responsibly.
And what about the sizing of the suits?
Sizing, so they're not bespoke or tailored to the person, although that being said, we have a brilliant partnership with Sojo. So if you need to get your suit tailored, go to Joe.
And can you buy a size different in trousers to jacket?
Yeah, you can. So when you check out, you have to pick a jacket and a trousers on the website. You can't just check out with the jacket or just the trousers. The sizing is standard sizing. So what's nice about the chore jacket is that it's naturally oversized, so you can kind of flirt between the sizes. We have extra small to 2XL in the jacket and about 10 men's sizes. We've got 5 women's jacket sizes. We've got 6 women's trouser sizes. So you have to pick both, and then you check out so you can pick from the range.
On the website, it says Batch London. Do you kind of want to expand to outside of London, or?
I think initially the Batch London idea was for trademark. We knew Batch would be difficult to get, so we were like, Batch London, it centralises our marketing. I'm from Newcastle. My parents are both Geordies. I went to school in Bristol, so I'm not from London at all. It's where the biggest market is, so it makes sense to define ourselves as a brand that is from London and working in London and selling to Londoners.
In terms of kind of, the next 5 years, where do you see Batch being?
We're quite forward-thinking, what you have to be. When you're looking for investment or to grow your business, you'll ask these questions all the time. People want to see, how are you scaling? Like, how do you take this from a small business that's selling 200 to 300 to 400 suits a batch to, like, where's the big growth? So for us, it's the US. We'd love to be able to grow into the US, which would be really exciting. Batch New York sounds good, doesn't it? And yeah, I think grow the community, grow a bit of a cult following of people that are willing to be patient and wait for their clothes to be made. Our overarching vision, should I say, for Batch is to be the go-to made-to-order brand. So at the moment, we're focused on redefining the suit, this hyper versatile garment, but there's no reason in the future why we can't pivot to create other clothes on our Batch model. Especially once you've created a community that are interested in buying your goods, you don't need to, because you know that demand is always going to outweigh supply. That's what the likes of Palace, Supreme, these Stussy have done for years. They know that there's demand there to create the products, and that's why they're able to do these drops, and more brands are doing it because it is a more sustainable way of doing things, and it's a great way of building a bit more of a cult brand.